In May 2022, a father in Ohio spent his daughter's college fund to buy a digital picture of a monkey. A picture that then lost 90% of its value. He wasn't alone either. Thousands of people paid $430,000 for these same monkey images. Teachers, nurses, small business owners, liquidating their life savings for cartoon apes. What made these intelligent people do something so ridiculously stupid? The answer involves your favorite celebrities, hidden millions, and a conspiracy so twisted that when court documents reveal the truth, it shocked even FBI investigators. 4 anonymous founders, racist code names, a fake hack worth millions, and while families lost everything, the criminals walked away with hundreds of millions. If you want to know how regular people got fooled this badly and how to never fall for it yourself, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. When Bored Ape Yacht Club launched in April 2021, the 4 mysterious creators hid behind cartoon avatars and strange pseudonyms. They called themselves Gargamel, Emperor Tomato Ketchup, No Sass, and Gordon Goner. The crypto world loved the mystery. Anonymous founders felt authentic in the decentralized future everyone was building. But these weren't random gaming handles. The first red flag was Gargamel, the villain from the Smurfs who spent his entire time hunting the blue creatures. Then there was Emperor Tomato Ketchup, a reference to an obscure 1996 indie band album. No Sass seemed innocent enough, just meaning no attitude. But the real smoking gun came from the name Gordon Goner. In late 2021, artist Ryder Ripps began investigating the collection. He noticed strange patterns in the artwork, hidden symbols that seemed to reference Nazi imagery, references that felt too deliberate to be coincidental. The deeper he dug, the more disturbing the connections he found. The pseudonyms seemed to be breadcrumbs leading to 4chan culture and alt-right forums. To those who knew where to look, each name had meaning. BuzzFeed eventually revealed the real identities of the founders in February 2022. Gargamel was Greg Solano, a 32-year-old writer from Miami. His co-founder, Gordon Goner, was Wiley Arono, son of a boat tycoon who'd struggled with addiction before finding crypto. The name Gordon Goner was an anagram. Rearranged, it spells Drongo Negro. In Australian slang, Drongo means stupid. His pseudonym, which he chose, literally meant stupid Negro, for images of apes. These appeared deliberate signals designed to attract a specific online subculture, a community willing to spend massive amounts on digital status symbols while sharing inside jokes about racial superiority. Armed with these controversial identities and their growing notoriety, the founders were ready to deploy the most powerful weapon in modern marketing: celebrity endorsement. Late-night television had never seen anything like it. Jimmy Fallon bounced with excitement as he showed off his new Bored Ape on The Tonight Show. The audience laughed and cheered. It felt genuine, spontaneous, like your funny uncle showing off his latest hobby. After that, social media exploded with celebrity Bored Ape purchases. Justin Bieber spent $1.3 million on a rare ape with gold fur. Even Madonna posted cryptic messages about joining the club. When Steph Curry updated his Twitter profile picture to a cartoon ape, the floor price jumped $50,000 overnight. Serena Williams' Instagram story about her purchase sent thousands rushing to buy their own digital status symbols. The timing was perfect. Too perfect. Court documents filed in late 2022 began revealing the disturbing truth. A coordinated campaign was orchestrating every post, every purchase, every public endorsement. Behind the scenes, Hollywood talent manager Guy Oseary was pulling the strings. Oseary, who managed Madonna and U2, had built relationships across the entertainment industry. He knew exactly which celebrities could move markets with a single social media post. The payments were flowing through MoonPay, a crypto app that specialized in celebrity transactions. Internal communications allegedly showed perfect coordination between celebrity posts and market movements. Posts were timed for maximum impact. Purchase amounts were calculated to create headlines. But the most damning evidence was still hidden in encrypted messages and private channels. When investigators finally cracked the payment networks, they discovered the scope of the conspiracy was even larger than anyone imagined. Jimmy Fallon, Madonna, Justin Bieber, Kevin Hart, Paris Hilton, Gwyneth Paltrow, Steph Curry, and Serena Williams had all allegedly received secret payments to promote Bored Ape NFTs, without disclosing these financial relationships to their millions of followers. The class action lawsuit that followed spans all the way from April 2021, seeking damages for the entire period when celebrity manipulation drove the bubble to astronomical heights. The celebrity endorsements had done their job perfectly. But on April 30th, 2022, something happened that would make even the celebrity manipulation look like child's play. In just 24 hours, ordinary people would hand over $320 million for something that literally didn't exist. Teachers spending their kids' college funds, nurses mortgaging their homes, small business owners liquidating retirement accounts, all fighting desperately to buy nothing. How did Yuga Labs pull off the greatest real estate scam in history? They called it Other Side. Months before the launch, leaked videos began appearing in Discord channels. Stunning virtual landscapes with crystal clear waterfalls, mystical forests where your bored ape could roam free, exclusive digital nightclubs where millionaire ape owners would party together in the metaverse. The marketing promised that would be humanity's new digital frontier. Own land now, they said, before virtual real estate becomes more valuable than Manhattan property. The FOMO was engineered to perfection. Limited plots, celebrity neighbors, first mover advantage in the next evolution of the internet. When the sale went live, the feeding frenzy was unlike anything crypto had ever seen. Individual plots cost 305 ape tokens, that's roughly $7,000 each. But that was just the beginning. Ethereum's network completely collapsed under the buying pressure. Gas fees exploded to $5,000 per transaction. Some buyers paid $12,000 total just to secure empty digital coordinates. The blockchain data revealed something even more sinister. Coordinated wallets were executing synchronized purchases. The same behavioral patterns repeated across supposedly random buyers. Timing sequences that screamed market manipulation rather than organic demand. 2.5 years later, Other Side is a barren digital void. Those promotional videos were complete fabrications. The promised gaming features were never built. The exclusive experiences never existed. Virtual plots that sold for $14,000 at launch now trade for less than $500. Some can't find buyers at any price. Yuga Labs had successfully executed a $320 million heist in broad daylight. They sold digital land in a world they never planned to build, to people who trusted that celebrities and companies couldn't possibly lie this brazenly. But empty metaverse plots were just the appetizer. The main course of deception was about to be served. March 2022. While Other Side buyers were still discovering their empty plots, Yuga Labs made an announcement that sent the community into a frenzy. They were launching ApeCoin, a cryptocurrency that would become the beating heart of their entire ecosystem. They were about to steal from the very people who built their empire. ApeCoin launched with a masterstroke of manipulation. Existing ape holders received free airdrops worth tens of thousands. Social media filled with screenshots of instant wealth. New investors scrambled to buy in, terrified of missing the next Bitcoin. This would be the people's currency, governed by a decentralized autonomous organization where token holders voted on every decision. True financial democracy in action. The community poured in billions, believing they were funding their own future. Then, the trap snapped shut. The SEC launched an investigation into whether ApeCoin was an unregistered security. Prices began hemorrhaging. The promised utility for the token never materialized. Token holders tried exercising their voting rights. Proposals were ignored. Democratic governance turned out to be theater. The DAO controlled nothing that mattered. ApeCoin crashed 70% from its peak. Investors watched helplessly as the treasury they funded got burned on abandoned projects. The HVMTL game they'd paid millions to develop was quietly sold off to another company in 2024. Then came June 2025. Greg Solano, Yuga's CEO, proposed something that shocked even hardened crypto veterans. Dissolve the ApeCoin DAO entirely. Transfer all remaining treasury funds, billions of dollars, to a new entity called ApeCo. Complete corporate control. No more voting, no more democracy. The decentralized currency investors thought they owned would be just another corporate bank account Yuga Labs could raid whenever they wanted. The fraud doesn't stop there either. A blockchain detective named Crypto Forensics made a discovery that would expose the entire rigged game. They found something in the Ethereum data that Yuga Labs thought was invisible. Digital footprints proving the market was fake from day one. The same bored apes were being traded back and forth between connected wallets, not occasionally, hundreds of times per day. Wallet A would sell to Wallet B for $100,000. Minutes later, Wallet B would sell to Wallet C for $110,000. Then C back to A for $120,000. Each transaction looked legitimate on the surface, but crypto forensics traced the funding sources. All these different wallets originated from the same exchanges, funded by the same sources, operating in perfect synchronization. They were trading with themselves to fake billions in volume. Every time floor prices needed a boost, mysterious buyers would appear. They'd purchase exactly enough apes to push prices up 10% and then vanish. The timing was surgical, always right before major announcements or celebrity posts. The investigators uncovered that Yuga Labs was secretly changing the rules after people had already invested millions. They retroactively altered trait rarity rankings overnight. Your common ape could suddenly become rare. Your genuinely scarce trait could become worthless. Imagine buying a diamond, then the seller secretly swaps it for cubic zirconia while convincing everyone it's more valuable. The whitelist scandal was the final insult to many people. Access to new drops, supposedly rewards for loyal community members, was being auctioned to the highest bidders through encrypted Telegram channels, while regular holders waited hopefully for their chance. Insiders were buying guaranteed spots for $50,000 each. Of the $3.7 billion in reported trading volume, investigators estimated over $2 billion was completely artificial. Fake trades between connected wallets designed to create FOMO and trap real money. The entire Bored Ape Yacht Club ecosystem was a carefully orchestrated illusion, a Ponzi scheme disguised as an art movement. You might not believe this, but the most brazen fraud was still to come. And this time they'd steal from their own community while also collecting insurance money for the crime too. April 30th, 2022, the exact same day other side raised $320 million. At the absolute peak of the bubble, when every Bored Ape was worth a fortune, something happened that was too perfectly timed to be coincidence. Yuga Labs' Instagram account suddenly posted malicious links. Wallets were drained, NFTs vanished, $3 million gone in minutes. But here's what didn't make any sense. Professional hackers dumped stolen NFTs immediately. They cash out fast before getting caught. These thieves did something completely different. They sold the NFTs slowly, carefully, preserving maximum value like professional asset managers. A whistleblower inside the insurance company leaked some incriminating documents about this. 3 weeks before the hack, internal Yuga Labs communications allegedly discussed Instagram contingencies and extraction timelines. Why were they planning for an Instagram breach that hadn't happened yet? The stolen NFTs didn't disappear into the dark web. They were sold through a sophisticated network of intermediary wallets that eventually traced back to addresses connected to early Yuga Labs investors and employees. The thieves were selling to themselves. The timing was precise. Insurance companies value claims based on peak market price. If the hack had happened just 2 weeks later, those same NFTs would have been worth 40% less as the market started crashing. They extracted maximum payout at the perfect moment. Here's the sickest part though. While Yuga Labs was collecting millions in insurance payments, the actual victims, community members who trusted the platform, received nothing. The insurance covered Yuga's losses, not theirs. Regular holders who lost everything were told to file police reports that went nowhere. One victim, a single mother from Detroit, lost 3 NFTs worth $180,000. She'd been saving them for her kids' futures. While she struggled to pay rent, Yuga Labs allegedly collected insurance money for NFTs they'd essentially stolen from her. The FBI opened an investigation. The insurance companies launched their own probes. The evidence suggested this wasn't a hack at all. It was the final phase of the extraction plan, getting paid twice for worthless digital images while destroying the lives of people who trusted them. Today, the 4 founders who hid behind racist pseudonyms and orchestrated this entire scheme are still free, still worth hundreds of millions, still celebrated as visionary entrepreneurs while their victims rebuild destroyed lives. The final toll? $2.3 billion vaporized, 40,000 families ruined. The victims weren't stupid. They were teachers, nurses, engineers, smart people who made one fatal mistake, believing they'd found a loophole in reality where pictures of monkeys could become wealth. The Bored Ape conspiracy worked because it sold the most powerful drug ever created. The promise that you are special, that you see what others don't, that you are early to the revolution. Right now, the next scheme is already launching. New founders, new celebrities, new promises, and people who swore they'd never fall for it again are opening their wallets. Because every bubble in history has been obvious in hindsight and invisible in the moment. Were the Bored Ape founders criminal masterminds, or did buyers simply gamble and lose? Drop your thoughts below. If this investigation shocked you, smash that like button and subscribe. The corporate scandals we expose next make this one look tame. Ready for another jaw-dropping billion-dollar story? Click here to watch our next video.